Hello and welcome to episode 2. I didn't know what to do on this episode like I did the last one. And I got some inspiration from my most recent post over on Substack about what to do episode 2 on. So, episode 2 is going to be kind of like a how how do you go about doing stuff like being an author and all these other creative things that people do. I know that something that happens to everybody is that they kind of go about things and they're like, who am I? Will me being me end up being enough for everybody when they meet me after reading a book, after listening to a song, seeing a piece of art? And I can say that the best way to go about it is to make sure that you put a piece of yourself in all of your work. Because if you're anything like me, if you're anything like me, you put on a different version of yourself or a different piece of your personality on for all the different things that you do. And it's something that I never really got over, is the best way I could put it. And so none of my work has like a full introspective into the person behind it. There's a little bit of me here, a little bit of me there, a little bit here, there, like stuff like that. And that can be really hard for somebody that wants to make out of a career out of doing stuff like this. And really it'll be something that's there until you hit that that project that will change everything. I can't say that I have hit that project for years and years until my most recent project, which is the fantasy book that I'm working on right now. And the reason that that is the project I name is because of how diverse the characters in it are. And it gives you a chance, and gave me a chance, having so many different characters with so many different personalities, to place myself in those different versions of myself for each of the characters. And it's cool, it's nice, it's relieving, but at the same time it's difficult. It is really, really difficult to do something like that because of how introspective and into yourself you have to go for those things. And you, how do I put it? You shouldn't have to do something like that, keep up a wall like that if you aren't afraid of the reception you'll get, and you shouldn't get a bad reception for wanting to be yourself. And how do I put it? How do I put it? I I had the difficulty going from project to project because I was afraid of my own potential fan base. My own potential fan base scared the ever living hell out of me. And I still don't have a real fan base yet. It is still mostly friends and family. But one day I'll have a real fan base. And one day you'll have a real fan base if you write, or if you make music, or if you make art. Because that's just the nature of those things. And it is going to be a journey for you to try to find those things if you're not prepared. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you that you should be prepared for it and it could go bad. But if it does go bad, the people that are going to stick around, those are going to be the people who have an actual interest in you and your writing. And those are the people that you want to cultivate around over time. And if you're not afraid of the reception and you're not afraid of the fan base, it'll improve your writing as a whole in the end anyway. So it's a net positive to take the time to look at your writing and look at yourself and look at your other projects if you have other projects, or if you don't write, look at the project that you have and ask yourself, is this me? And if the answer is no, then go back and redo it and do it over and over and over and over until it becomes more you. Because it's not worth your time to be somebody else. And that is a lesson that took me around, I'd say around 6 years to figure that out as a writer and as a musician and as an artist, because I do a little bit of everything over time because I get bored with stuff and I need the breaks. But as I started to kind of accept it, I had went through 4 podcasts, 5 different artist names making music, and with the artist names, it was 5 different catalogs of music because I deleted everything I released and everything I had on backlog. It is either completely or mostly gone. I had thrown away artworks. I I've erased several podcasts off the face of the earth. But that's all I've got. This one's a shorter episode because I've got my birthday coming up. I hope you at least got a little bit of something from it.